Heyo, it's Swarthy Garfield again, here with another warning. As mentioned in the warning for Part 3, there was a discussion in an episode of abusive parents, and, well, this is that episode. In particular, there's a series of stories presented by both me and Adversary about our experiences with abusive parents, and, well, how we deal with that. If you don't want to watch that for any reason, feel free to click off. Believe you me, I'll understand.
See, I don't know if I've said this before, but I feel like so unworthy to say I have a rough life, because very little things have happened in my life that would lead others to believe that I have a rough life.
Well, admittedly, I have had quite a life with plenty of privilege, like a roof over my head, believed I was straight anyway. But, I've had some shit to deal with, a mother who I've only recently become comfortable with realizing that she was more than likely emotionally abusive. My childhood is mostly defined by self-loathing and a fear of death.
Yeah. There's a lot of self-loathing in my life, too, but, it's like one of those things where it's like, if I had a friend, at the time, if I knew... Okay, how do I say this? If I didn't know now what I knew then, and I had seen myself, crying, I would have just said, hey, dude, get over it. But now, knowing that it was, depression, I'm I'm so sorry that you had to go through this. Yeah. So here's an interesting question. If you could go back and say one thing to your elementary school self, what would it be? You can answer this question too, Star.
Okay.
I know you love getting into the middle of these conversations.
Fuck gender roles.
Fair enough.
But, the thing with abuse is that, people don't really understand what abuse actually is. They assume, this monster who's, yelling at a kid, slapping him around, but more often it's more subtle, and even perpetrated by people who genuinely love the kid. My mom genuinely loved me, and I know that. I do have complicated feelings towards her, but she was abusive. She would, yell at me over the smallest things, and constantly get angry at even, some what I consider innocuous things. She was a very angry person. I felt like I couldn't do anything without fucking pissing her off.
That's how I felt with my dad, because, even, when I tried to, okay, my dad likes fishing and construction and stuff, so let's see if I can relate to him with that. So I tried doing that stuff, and all I did was, he would always say, no, give me that, you're doing it wrong. Quit doing that, you're doing it wrong. It's like talking to a brick wall.
With my mom, I remember...
My dad talks about his
when she would yell at me, early, I would go to my room, lay down on the floor, and cry. At least until my mom would sometimes yell up and say, "Be quiet!"
See, the thing is, my dad was always... He knew that we were afraid of him, and he used that to his advantage. He would just need... All he would need to do was raise his voice for us all to, feel, okay, here he's gonna come and beat us now. So it's it's not, he went mad with power. And my mom, was so afraid of him hurting her or us, that's why it took so long for us to leave. But by the time, when she wanted to make sure she had some, strong, friends that could put him in his place if they needed to. So, she, went and talked to all of them first before, oh, sorry, guys. She went and talked to them first before she... it was a really scary time. How long ago was this? Was this 4 or 5 years? I was 18, so it was 4 years, because I'm turning 22 this year. She's picking me up from school, and she's taking me home, and she says, Eric, I need you to listen to me very carefully. When we get inside, I need you to go straight to your room. Don't talk to Dad. Don't even look at Dad. Go straight to your room, and I need you to start packing some things for the night. And I was like, okay, why? Am I going to Julian's house? And she said, no, You, me, your brothers, and your sister are going to be in a hotel for the night. So that was scary. She said, I'll explain more later, but I need you to do that. And I'll come down and help you pack in a sec.
Dong.
Why?
I'm sorry, Dong.
Oh,
Sorry.
Fuck of all people.
I will remember this.
I did not
Wait,
want
do
this
you
to
even have a
happen.
star?
Yeah, I did. I just got one.
Oh.
I just got one.
God damn.
I
just
didn't want this to
got one! Anyways, so then I was packing up my stuff and the mom came down to help me, and then my slightly younger brother came down, saw what we were doing, and he started crying because he kind of knew. He just kind of guessed. And then my mom said, go get your other brother and you two pack. I'm going to help Eric pack. And I've already packed some stuff for your little sister. So, we all packed. We got our stuff into the car quickly and quietly. And then she said, okay, I'm going to go grab your sister. We have to be quiet about it. And then, once you're all in the car, I'm going to talk to your father one more time. And then, we were all in the car. And, she went back inside, and I heard shouting. And she just comes out in tears, gets us all in the car, and we just leave. And, she told me that she was worried that in that moment, he was going to hit her. It was like, if you are afraid of your husband at any point in your life, then you should get out of that relationship.
Yeah, if
you
possible.
you should not be afraid of your significant other.
Yeah. It's not always easy.
Yeah.
Like if you're a friend of someone in an abusive relationship, you shouldn't necessarily try to convince them to get out of it. You should, be a friend who can be a sort of cry him, but if you're constantly telling him, oh, he's abusive, get out, then you just become a draining relationship, and it becomes easier for, the abuser to cut you out of their life.
Exactly.
But
don't be an instigator.
Not even just an instigator, but, don't try to be the hero. Be a friend who can be, a positive relationship, someone who can hang out that you, enjoy being friends with.
Right.
And, if you're just talking about an abusive relationship, you're not fun to be friends with. Plus, if they're in the relationship, they're either afraid to get out for, that might, become violent against them, or they, don't think it's abusive. Which is very common.
Do you have any experience with an abusive relationship, Star?
I do, but some of it I can't share, not just to protect someone else involved.
Fair enough. So did you ever answer the question what you would do if you could say something to your elementary school self?
You know what, it's best if I just don't talk about things.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the only one not sharing.
Yeah. Well, I my two other, close friends are basically the ones who watch this stuff. And there's only so much I can talk about.
Is it just stuff you don't want them to know, or is it stuff that you don't want to bring back up?
Hi, guys.
Or is it you don't want them to know people involved?
A bit of both in a couple different situations.
Okay, time for revenge.
You
like revenge, right? Everybody likes revenge.
My mother passed away about a year ago, and she wasn't a bad person, but she's still the reason I hate myself, and she didn't deserve to die, but I feel safer. I feel more secure with her gone.
That's something scary to think about, because Sorry, continue.
I wish we could patch things up, and we were getting close, but it's just nothing pisses me off more than a parent who can't admit that they've done something wrong.
Oh my god, that is my dad. I'm to a T. No matter what we do, no matter what we say, he thinks that as long as he pays his really pathetic amount of child support and occasionally takes me and my sister out for ice cream, that he's a good dad. He refuses to admit he did anything wrong. To this day, he does not think he did anything wrong. Oh great, everyone gets me. Can you guys be gentle, please?
No, I mean, it comes down to what your moral compass is being defined by. Oh, right.
Oh god.
Right down.
I get there's a thing with moral compass, but if you hurt your kid, you hurt your kid. Even if you did your best, even if you intended to be the best fucking parent you could be. Like, if you hurt them, you don't get to decide, I don't, if you think of it this way, I didn't hurt you, Atlas. Like, dude, if they feel like shit because of something...
Which way are you rotating?
Right.
I'm rotating towards you guys. You probably want to rotate towards me. Okay. I'm going to rotate towards you guys.
Well...
My bad again.
Oh my goodness, this is stupid.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, I'm the only one suffering for it, because I have to get away from my freaking... Ow! God! Stop! Stop!
Finish!
But, like, that's the thing that scares me, is that, like, my father is going to pass away one day, and I'm not going to feel bad about it.
Yeah, like, with my mother, it's a bit more complicated, because, I did feel bad about her passing, but I can't deny that I, feel safer. Like, my self-loathing didn't go away, and honestly, Daisy was a pretty big hit to that, because she actually served as a way to cope. Like, I feel bad for myself. Instead of hitting myself, I would, just pet the cat, but it's something I can't do anymore.
Have you considered getting another pet?
Yeah, thinking about it. Like right now, I'm, gonna start working on YouTube's videos more. That's why Amalgam Group has been, a bit sparse in uploading, because I need to go through all those scripts.
I was gonna say, this doesn't look like the breadwinner script.
Yeah.
Considering at the top it says, The Amazing World of Gumball Season 1.
Yep.
Hey man,
Yay!
Finish!
You did. Huge.
But, she tried her best to be supportive.
Yeah, that's another thing my mom has said, is, your dad is loving you the best he can, but it doesn't feel like it.
And, that's the thing, about abuse. It's not always more often than not, it's not perpetuated by bad people. And, honestly, if anything, that mentality is preventing, real victims from getting, the support they need. Because, it's delegitimized. He's not some, fuck you, bitch, slap. It's more subtle. A person genuinely loves them, and, he's says, oh, I'm sorry for hitting you, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I were to summarize the relationship with my father, he's fairly overbearing and restrictive, but he has trained me up decently to face the world and send me
that's
up
the
on
thing,
right
too,
path,
because it's
so-
would you rather have a strict parent or a parent who doesn't give a shit?
Well, I'd rather have a parent who respects my autonomy.
Well, fair enough, but that was not one of the options.
But, that dichotomy I wholesale reject.
Yeah. My belief is, always be better than your parents. When you're a parent, be a better parent to your kids.
Yep,
and that's the thing, too, because, I'm especially afraid because my dad said that his dad left when he was a child, and he promised to never be like that. It's so where did that happen? Where did that promise to not be like his dad? Where was the line? Where was the line drawn?
Well, I think people don't realize how hard it is to raise a kid.
Yeah.
Piece of advice to anyone planning to be a parent. If you're not prepared to raise a gay kid, a trans kid, a disabled kid, any disability, and for any eventuality that may cause, you're not ready to be a parent, period. If you choose to have a parent, not an unexpected pregnancy you couldn't get an abortion for, or plan B for, that I can understand some shitty situations, because, you're kind of forced to have a kid. But if you choose to have it completely of your own volition, you're making a promise to raise that kid however they come out.
Exactly. That's one thing, especially when I end up with... Oh, great, we're gonna get both. Especially when I end up, considering the idea of children, that's definitely something I want to be absolutely prepared for. It's just don't be like...
You guys get away from me. You gotta go to the back.
Why can't I move this way?
Move back.
Don, what are you doing?
Am I moving back?
Okay.
I was like, wait, what? Why are you moving back? What?
Oh no!
Rip Mario.